Okay, is time actually passing on this video? Looks like it. All right, starting over. And somebody wants a question. Still setting up again. Anyway. All right. And now let's make sure that it's coming up on YouTube. There's Oscar sleeping. There's Oscar sleeping. Okay. Hey, it knows me. It says I'm here. What a bugger. Anyways, I said in my last video, Cindy, when you're watching this, my Amazon wish list is in the description of the video. I know you guys were looking for it. All right, let's add these things again, not Minecraft. Let's do dragon, felt, wool, alpaca, fantasy, art, artist, needle, craft, fiber. Okay, that'll work. Save changes. Camera's still working. Huzzah! Camera's still working. I just lost what I was watching it on. Try this again. Hey, all right, we have working. All right, share it all again. Oh, that sounded silly, didn't it? Okay, so delete that one. All right, so that's posted. Then back to Facebook. Try this again. Hey, camera's still recording things. Yay! Camera's still recording things. Yay! Well, I shouldn't say camera. It is my cell phone, so, you know, high expectations there. Yeah, I'm having really high expectations at the moment. All right, so let's delete that one. Titled the Facebook post, "Now I am live, darn it." Okay. Now, camera's still working. Yay! Boy, my expectations, I'll tell you. All right, so let's get some of this background music going. Oh, a little loud. Wrong button. There we go. Okay, anyway, plans for this little bugger today. We're starting with the raw stuff. I have eyes. We'll see if I get far enough to set these eyes. These are glass. They do have a paper design on the back, but it's adhered really well. And when I set these in the head, they'll, you know, I set it in deep and then glue and then felt around it and stuff to lock the eyes in place. I don't know if anyone questioned last time. My mouth was really, really red on camera, and the reason is because it's looking like I developed an allergy to things like chapstick and things like that. So it was all the way around my mouth and had been going on for months. Couldn't figure out if it was yeast infection from the surgery, from the tape and everything, but if I use just Vaseline or Aquaphor that has no scents, no flavors, anything in it, it's going away. So I have like a ton of different flavors of chapstick, and the ones I used I'm gonna have to throw out, but the ones I haven't used, I don't know if I'll give them to my kid or what. And I have a lot of them because it's kind of like one of my favorite things, but not anymore. So, gonna start with a white core, and just gonna see where this one goes. I'm looking at pinks, I'm looking at purples. This is for a family member, so they're younger and they want one of my dragons, so we're just gonna have to go there, and I have no idea where there is. So I suppose I better check and make sure that live chat's going. Turn it up a little bit. I have a little bit of an idea, but I'm not overly sure. I want this one to look kind of really sweet, but I don't know. We'll see where the wool takes me, because sometimes the characters just start popping out of these things. For anyone who has not watched any of my previous streams, this is a big needle set into this holder, and that was Oscar. And these needles are barbed, and they hurt going in. And I also apologize for the light. Let's try to adjust that a little bit. There we go. I used to wear finger guards, but if the finger guards, you either get a rubber or leather, and they don't do a heck of a lot of good. Because when the needle goes through your finger, it's going through your finger. That's it. There's no stopping it. So, giving it ups, I has. One of the things we were trying, what I've had some videos on my channel about the new cat. Oh gosh, Oscar's doing a cute. That's frightening. He's doing a cute over there. I don't want to zoom in because I'm afraid the camera, I'm on the cell phone, it'll lock up. So if the stream dies because there's a phone call, I apologize. Anyway, new little guy. What we've found out over the years is sometimes like show cat breeders and stuff will go and just dump a cat off because it's going to cost them too much money to try and hassle to try and sell the cat. We know our American Bombay breed pretty well. And they were pretty specific on the age of Thomas Wraith when we got him, saying he was only 10 months old, and he had been neutered only a couple days before we picked him up. So it's kind of old to be neutering a tomcat. Well, the only thing that kind of, he has a couple of little like flea bite sized spots of white on him anywhere. One is like 6 hairs and the other one's 3 hairs, so not breed standard there. but mainly the big thing that's not breed standard with him is his eyes, which have a mixture of green and a mixture of yellow and a mixture of the copper penny in there. And that is not show cat standard. And the funny thing is that if you look in the Humane Society, a lot of black cats will have the traits of the Bombay, where their eyes are like copper pennies and they're just really, really orange. And but there'll be something about them that isn't exactly standard to the breed. Well, we think what's happening is that breeders are starting to dump these cats on the Humane Society. And what kind of gave us clues with Thomas is that we went to go and get him microchipped. So we took him to the Humane Society because I'd already paid for it, and we had an appointment to go. Most cats, you set down the carrier and they're like, I'm not going in there, and you end up making it a shoving match, especially with that white bomber right there. And I have to get a doggy carrier for him because he's just a beast. But I set the thing down on the floor just because I was going to grab a hold of Thomas and stick him in there. Kitten walked right in there. And then turned around and laid down. So then the vet or the technician at the Humane Society pretty much had the same thing happen. And we're like, wow, this is really bizarre. This cat does not jump on counters. He does jump on curtains, which we're trying to get him to stop with that. I think he's figured it out not to try and climb the curtains anymore. But he doesn't do counters. If he wants down, unlike some other cats, they'll struggle, and then they'll try to leap out of your arms. He lets you set him down. So yesterday I tested him with the cat brush, which Oscar absolutely loves the cat brush. Well, he was indifferent, but he just sat there and put up with it. I'm like, okay, this is getting weirder yet. Well, then this morning I decided to test one more thing. Took washcloths because I have to clean his teeth, and just use a wet washcloth, and that works out pretty good, according to some vets that I've talked to. So I'm like, okay, let's see what Thomas does. He didn't care. Sat there like it had been just super old hat for him. So we're suspecting the little guy had come from a show breeder. Which, to me, that's still just, irresponsible breeding, because there are humane societies that do put down cats out there, I think it is pretty irresponsible. But on the other side of the coin, their loss, my gain. Hubby feels the same way. Because Thomas is an awesome little cat. He is just something else. And the hissing stuff is kind of gone unless he gets a little rough with Oscar, and then Oscar tells him off. But we're not being cranky kitty anymore. He's not afraid of Oscar anymore, which is really nice. And so Oscar's been running around again. He gained a little weight even since Mina passed away. And he wasn't happy when, Mina was gone. Of course, none of us were. But he's adjusted to having a new buddy again, and it's really nice. It's brought a lot of joy into our house. now I'm just shaping the base. I'll be applying, when I apply colors to this, it's actually going to tighten this up more and shrink it down. So right now I'm just trying to figure out a personality for this dragon, and it's almost looking like she's going, I think it's a girl, she's going to get a little bit based off of Parasaurolophus, which the one kid I take care of, that is their favorite dinosaur, but that's not who this is going to. That one's getting something else. I'm just giving myself an idea of the shape right now. I do like the longer muzzle. I think that's really cute. The playlist for my music here is in the description. This is mostly YouTube based, although Blue is letting me use some of his stuff. And there's one song later on, if the stream goes on long enough, it might cycle to it, that I did with a violinist named Taras Umrish back in like 2010. And we were just recording in a party room at an apartment. And the guy is a fantastic violinist. But it is very bluegrass, and it's still, listening to the sound quality of it now, it's like I was singing in a barn. It was back when I was playing 12-string guitar and stuff, and it's just a lot of fun. Been on stage quite a few times with my son and with my daughter and with Taras, and it was just a blast back then. That's a funny face. That is a funny face. It is hilarious how some of my forms end up looking like a little bit like horse. And then I just modify it from there. She won't be wired. Oh. That's gonna be cute. Alright, I like those eyes. Those will work. Just want her to go to absolute cuteness. Went off camera again. Gonna move that. Oh, don't move it too far. Have to remember where the camera usually sits. Actually contemplating if I can make her. Oh crap. Oh, nothing major. Sorry, Oscar, I didn't mean to startle you. I think if I can make her my ferret puppet fall down. That'd be great. No, if I can make her sit on this little bench. Oh, that'd be so cool. I think I have my idea in my head. Found that at the thrift store for $4. I love it when people make those and then they end up at the thrift store and I grab them for, especially for the trolls that I make. Let's punch this side in a little bit. And it'll punch in the side of her head. I see where it's going. Let's walk over the center. There we go. I'm going to figure out exactly where I'm going to position her. Heavy holler. I am making a dragon for a family member and I'm going to be using some fun colors. You know, I got purples, I got pink here, and she's going to be a little bit of an oddity, so it's just kind of forming itself. But there's going to be little hints like, looks like she's got the head bump from, you know, like a Parasaurolophus has and stuff like that. I got frustrated starting this stream because the phone froze and would not, it was recording my voice, but it would not get the camera back on. So I had to start the stream over. I was pretty irritated. This dragon won't be wired either. It just got a little bit of a funny face. I don't know. She might not look so regal when I get done. I'm kind of going for just different and kind of cute. I don't know. We'll see where I go with it. Yeah, the person that this one's going for is still pretty young and likes, you know, some like the For Real Pets and like those $80 to $100 computerized little stuffed dragons and stuff, you know. And then I guess she saw pictures of mine and told her mom that she wants one of my dragons. So I'm like, yeah, that's a bit more affordable for me to do. Oh, can't see Oscar's feet from here. It's my personal channel, so I do kind of whatever. And on that pseudoscience video that I just uploaded, Salty, by the way, welcome, Salty. I just had gotten irritated with comments that people had left, and I am an RN, and I work in pediatrics, and it bugs me, you know, when you've got people who are against vaccinations and stuff like that. I get to a point where it kind of makes me go off a little bit. But I'm waiting to be able to buy some video editing software and do quite a bit more, because we have to have more people talk about how ridiculous the new age and stuff like that is. I mean, yeah, Jeff Holiday is a big voice for that, and there's several others who are a big voice for it, but more people need to speak out, you know? It's crazy. Shrink her nose down. I also have like Minecraft and stuff on this channel too. I mean, it's partly my business, partly just personal, and you know, I'm not too picky anymore about having a specific goal for the channel like I was in the past, because it's just because of my work and everything. It's really hard for me to keep up with that. All right, let's see if we can get a face on you first. Hi, Blue. Oh, really? Vegas's? Yeah, I never got as far as an anti-vaxxer, Salty. I grew up raising and showing and breeding horses and stuff, and so I mean, you're always vaccinating and stuff like that, and it just was a common thing, you know, and this whole anti-vaccination stuff just, I can't wrap my head around it. I really can't. All right, what are we gonna do with you? Trying to think of how I want to go with her head. I also have this lovely pink too that I just got. And of course, welcome, Blue. This song here is myself with Taras Umarish. Back in 2010. That's one fiddle going. I think I'm going to move the eyes. That's what I'm doing. That man is insane with the fiddle. Oh, we have snow falling outside. I was singing in something that pretty much was like singing in a barn. It was pretty bad. It was bad enough it killed iTunes. Look at that. I think it did. There we go. I think it did kill iTunes. Ah! Yeah, it's just packing the darn wool. Kind of like that extra lump on her head here. That's kind of cool. Yeah, you remember my video explaining to Shani how lake effect snow works? In Duluth, because I used to live up there. I was like, no, that's not how it works. You ever hear of lake effect? That's not HARP. Or whatever the heck she was blaming it on. I'm like, really? I'll pounce this in more so I can get those eyes in. If I can't use the glass eyes, I'm just going to felt eyes in her. But it's starting to take effect, nice shape now. I'm sorry, I got to see where I'm going with so I don't stab myself. Yeah, and Salty, I talk a lot about a lot of random different things while I'm crafting too. So, yeah, my live streams, I talk about anything. So, yeah, so the eyes should sit right in, they'll be in, they're not going to sit neatly now. I'm going to have to do some body work before I glue her, but her eyes will be in the front there. I think that's going to work out just fine. I'm going to have to make her a little metal crown over her thing. I'm liking that. Well, let's get you shaped a little bit more then, my dear. Just got to build up the body around her. And I'm not too worried about this gray. That'll get covered up. Just stray stuff. I have a lot of that gray. I have about 20 pounds of this gray. So I'm not too worried about it. And I think this one, because on my, I'm gonna plug in my Amazon wish list, I have a whole bunch of felt as one of the items in there, this merino wool felt in different colors. And if I don't get that from somebody, then I'm gonna have to buy it myself, because I'm gonna have to make her wings by hand and felt the flat wings, because I don't have anything in pinks and purples, which I did with Snaggletooth. Figure out. Why are you playing again? No, that's enough of that. Okay. Actually, let's pause that and have a little bit of more fun here. Oh, I remember the Annabelle ones. Oh my goodness. She is no holds barred on that guy. We'll do a couple of these quick. Where's my little bench? Okay. That is not terrible music. I like that. I mean, seriously, you just heard me doing Bile-em-Cabbage-Down, Blue. Oh, I better not knock those glass bottles I got over here. Once I get the table in this room and this bed out of here, I'm going to have more workspace. But right now, my desk is a bit limited. Be nice to take the video maker and edit my vocals out of the one video I did so that I can make a sound file for these live streams.
Your battle against conspiracy theorists. How did that
I don't know how that keeps popping up.
Well,
Where is it?
I started off initially.
How is that
As
playing?
someone who enjoyed conspiracy theories. So things like I grew up.
Okay, I'll do my favorite Blue song. Yeah, this is my favorite Blue song. I'm sorry. I'm trying to... I want to get more Renaissance music too, but I have to talk to Weaving Illustrator and see if she can provide me links to some of it so I can find the category, because this is all free YouTube music, because well, except for Blue. And then the one I did, because I had one of my live streams actually get marked for copyright. And Weaving Illustrator, she's got a great weaving channel, by the way, and it is called Weaving Illustrator. She has a whole bunch of more medieval sounding folk music, and I want to get that, but I couldn't find the link. Yeah, Blue wrote this one. And I like Blue's banjo, and I also like banjo playing by Steve Martin, but, you know, I would really get a copyright nail for that one. And it gives me something to listen to. I don't like their hip-hop selections that they had. I wasn't a fan. Okay, so if I have her laying kind of sideways like this... What happened with his head? Oh, okay. That's what I did. All right. Yeah, if I have her laying sideways and then she's gonna have her feet dangling and her tail dangling off that bench, I think that would be just adorable. No, the follow-up on that thread was the one that set me off, that I did the video about how gluten is not the cause of Chantel and Amberlyn Reed's obesity. That person started attacking me, saying that I was, was way too brainwashed, and just go back and take my flu vaccines and all of this stuff, and then telling me I was as fat as Chantel, which, no. I mean, it's taken me a bit to get back to the stamina I had for working out before the surgery that I had in October. But I'm getting it. And so that just set me off, because it's like, I'm 51. I have a whole ton of medical issues that I'm working through. I work with a real doctor, not a naturopath. And this person was pissed off because I said that a naturopath is not a real doctor, which, no, they're not. There's very few naturopaths that actually start from a real medical profession and go into doing that. Yeah, that's why I listed in the description everybody on each piece that they did. Oh yeah, Heavy. It's working out. It's just now I'm trying to get full-time hours back, because we don't have it. And right now, between hubby and I, we figured it out. We're making household about $42,000 a year, and according to the state of Minnesota's health insurance site, that's too much money for us to get assistance on paying for the health insurance. So automatically, on just their crappiest plans, it went anywhere from $400 to $600 a month, and I'm like, so I'm going to be without insurance for a while. He is having some issues with his father. I married a turd. Not hubby now, but my ex-husband. I married a turd. He'd taken a lot of student loan money from my son, and instead of paying my son back, turned around and remodeled his house. And so my son is one semester away from finishing his 4-year degree, and he just moved off of campus, has its own apartment. Is going to be working for a while till he can afford to go back to school. So he owes North Dakota about $10,000 right now. So he's not going to have his degree finished, but I got my nursing degree working, and my computer science degree first. I got that doing one class at a time, and I was making a minimum wage, and I told him, if that's what you have to do, just go and do it. But he and my daughter are really upset at their father right now, and hubby and I are livid too, because it's, trying to destroy his career before it even begins. And then they convinced my daughter to go to this really, really super expensive school because she was, you know, with them half the time as well, because it was shared custody. So, even though I was saying go to a community college, you know, since she didn't do it through high school, go to a community college and get your basics out of the way, and then you have less to worry about when you go to a university. No, she went to a for-profit university and had exactly the same thing happen. But she's working for an electronics firm right now, and will be going back to school. Because I think they're going to pay for part of her schooling too, which would be really nice. But she's looking at buying her own house, and she's going to get away from the roommate crap and all of that. So yeah, I'm hoping he can get his degree done soon. And I wish I was in a spot. I would have been like, here, take, you know, I would have handed him the whole thing if I could have and said, just take it. But he knows I'm in a spot right now too, you know. The more Vaughn says just is so insulting, because, you know, I sit there and I now have an actual weight restriction for lifting, and the doctor said it's indefinite. I'm not going to get away from having it because of the surgery that was done. I'm going to have to do a stream of some of his videos, as much as I can't listen to half of them halfway through. But anyway, you know, I'm still trying to find full-time work. I mean, it's just... But we kind of joke around here now that if you're having a really lazy day and you don't want to do anything, like go to work or adult, you're doing Von Helton. So Von Helton is now a verb. Hubby coined that as a verb. Yeah, I'm afraid if I played him during this live stream, I'd probably blow up my own computer. Look, the laptop would run away going, my God, what are you doing to me? No, stop. I haven't watched a lot of his stuff lately. I should go back and watch some of it, but he just gives me a headache because I keep forgetting this ring is tungsten. So every time I face I keep forgetting I have this stupid ring on, and I seriously do leave a mark. It's sad. Oh, Lord Salty. Oh my. Oh my. How to explain this? I think you'd get enough of an experience of him if you went and watched a channel called Vaughn Ruined His Own Life. Because he's no longer on YouTube himself. He's been kicked off of multiple platforms many times. He fairly recently had accused me of casting black magic on him because I happen to talk to Blue, and I talk to Grampy Lobster and several others that Vaughn doesn't like, and he tries to control his friends. And I was a friend with him for quite a while. So, he tried to slam me around that I'm casting black magic on him because I'm Wiccan. And, it's gone on from there, but he's also, there's videos and photos of his house and the conditions that he had his children living in. CPS has taken his children 6 times. He's gotten them back every time. He lives in Kentucky, and Kentucky CPS is really terrible. The kids are young. There's mom was schizophrenic. He took away her medications, and then she left him, and he got custody of the kids. And so he interrogated his children on camera after the whole, the 6th time that the kids were taken away. It's bad. And he also is it's now been 7 times? You're kidding. He claims he's a pagan. He's a conservative pagan. He wants to get cozy bed buddies with Trump. And it's insisting to go back to that song every time. So I'm just gonna let it get it out of its system. Anyway, he claims that he was an orderly for 14 years, and so that trumps any knowledge that, say, an RN approaches him with, or doctors. He's an anti-vaxxer. He's a flat earther. He claims that because of the Mandela effect, he comes from the right arm of Sagittarius, which I think that's actually where we are anyway. And that his old Von Helton stuff about him being the Punisher and him being a vampire and stuff like that, that he actually never said that. He has, he was previously married and a deadbeat dad. So he has some other kids somewhere. Yeah, he's interesting. No, he hates Alex Jones, but he'll quote Alex Jones all the time. Or he'll go and quote stupid things that Alex Jones has said and believe it. Oh, his mother's too old to have those kids. Oh my gosh. There's definitely something wrong with my iTunes. Oh, yeah, that wouldn't surprise me if he was the reason. I have it on shuffle all. Why are you not shuffling? There we go. Are you gonna do it now? Ugh. iTunes hates me. But yeah, he also thinks that Obama is a Muslim, and he got thrown off of YouTube, or just about thrown off of YouTube. I was listening to one of his live streams while I was driving home in May, I think, of the one year, and the live stream got canceled right in the middle of the first 20 minutes of it, because this was after there was a mosque that was attacked and people had died, and he was saying that more of that needed to happen. And all of a sudden the stream went dead, and I'm like, oh my word. Because, you know, I'm driving. I'm not going to sit there and try to change channels or anything. And I contacted him and said what had happened, you know, with that mosque. And I said, you can't go saying things like this. This is why your stream was canceled. And YouTube blocked him for a while, and then he came back, and then he finally quit YouTube. But he's very vile. He hates Muslims with a passion, and he hates anybody who is slightly liberal with a passion. And he also thinks that everything Marvel pertains to him. He's now working to become the Sorcerer Supreme. Oh yeah, even when I was Christian, I got accused of being a witch when I was young. When I was 11, I had kids in school tried to set me on fire in the stairwell at the school because they were going to burn the witch. I mean, I went through some crap, you know, and I got accused of it all the time. Because I grew up in a German household, and, you know, things like denominations of Christianity and stuff to this day still confuse me. They don't make any sense. And I just, you know, I didn't grow up in church. I never got baptized, anything like that. And so, yeah, I was a target for a lot of that stuff. I did not have a phenomenal childhood, but I think I'm doing a lot better now, I'll tell you that. I guess it took me this 51 years to get comfortable in my own skin. And it wasn't just at school. I went through a lot of stuff at home, too, that I really can't get into. But I had 2 great kids myself, and I've got a fantastic husband. And, yeah, life has come together, you know, and that's just the way it is. Okay, you need to be leaning more like this. So I want you to look really comfortable on that bench. Yeah, I start talking to the figures while I'm working on them. It's sad. Oh no, he's gonna be Doctor Strange now too? Oh, good grief. Oh, the nightmare. Leftover Fresca. I'm sorry, he's not Benedict Cumberbatch. No, he's just not Benedict. If I saw Benedict Cumberbatch live, it'd be like me meeting Gordon Ramsay. You're Gordon Ramsay. I just would faint. Oh. Well, cicadas do swarm, though. That's one of the things they do. Their noise is kind of scary, though. We were in Chicago on vacation the one year, and it happened to be, I think, with the cicadas that go every 7 years. And it sounded like there was electrical shortages everywhere. It was just hideous noise. You're like, yeah, we'll never forget that. This year we had them in Minnesota, but they weren't near as bad. They weren't like those. That was an experience. I'm gonna try to tuck her front leg this way. Okay, it's at least given me a little basis of where I'm going with her, so let's see. Might as well start setting some color into the face. Now, even though I'm going to be gluing the glass eyes in off camera, because it's going to take a while for the E6000 to set, and, well, I have another type of glue too. I probably should use that because it sets faster. But I always go with a black or a really dark color inside the eye sockets first, because that kind of just sets some depth for the glass eyes to go in. And I won't finish the facial structure until I have the eyes actually glued in, because then it, you know, then I can lock the wool around the glass. Heavy Hauler has one of my pieces now. And this is the same process I did with that one. This also helps firm up the skull a little bit more too. Oh, that had to have been cool. Oh my gosh. That would have been epic to see that. Even though it was a matter of timing, that still would have been just epic to see that, because they'd have spooked from the snapping sound. You know? That's funny. So yeah, she's going to have that strange eye in the socket. It was funny. I have a bag of about 200 pairs of these glass eyes, and each pair is different. I couldn't find where I put the bag. I had a few in my pill bottle that I keep my needle felting needles in, so I was able to go through those, but it's like, what was I thinking? Oh, I didn't know that. My mother pulls a really good one. The horse farm's next to a cemetery. So every Halloween, my mom gets out in black. You know, my mom's 81 now. She gets all in black, and then she goes with a candle and walks around the tombstones. So the graveyard is said to be haunted. Because she started that when we had built the place and had moved in. I don't know where I get it from. I honestly don't. There we go. I gotta figure out what color I'm gonna do her in too. Just because I have to make the wings too. I'm hoping my daughter brings down the 12-string guitar so that she can play, and I'll sing and we'll do some more recordings. Well, phone calls happen. I just hope they don't happen while I'm recording on the phone here. I'm just setting the eye sockets right now. And I have to make a hemp necklace for somebody else yet. I have to finish the Poppy Troll painting that's, well, I got just a little bit left on that painting back there. I have to set up some more for Minecraft videos too. Okay. Oh yeah, I was telling everybody how you have one of my critters. You have Cypress, and that I'm doing this one the same way with, you know, setting the eye sockets in and stuff. Those will work. Just gotta get it a little deeper. That should do it. All right. A little cypress, he's so cute. All right, I need to look at something. Oh my gosh. I'm just trying to get ideas at the moment. A lot of pink dragons. I have somewhere, I've got some fairy wings, cellophane ones. I could give her some, but I think that'd be just too floofy and delicate. Let's strengthen her up here. Also, when I have time, I do wood carving too, so. But I have to do that all with a Dremel now. I used to use just hand chisels, and with all the hand and shoulder and arm injuries, that's not a thing anymore. But Dremel's pretty effective, especially for detail work. Oh, and Salty, there's several dragons on my channel that I've got some big ones too. I have one that I made that's 4 feet long, and she's wired so you can pose her. And she's done just like this. Okay. Work. What do I want to do with your horn there? I'm gonna recover. I'm gonna check and see if I have a stream back. gonna be an echo for a minute, I hope. Maybe. Ah, yay! Okay. The future plan is to get... I'm gonna have a new gaming computer when hubby's is paid off. And then my computer that I do game on, which sadly tends to freeze up a lot when I'm gaming, will be coming into my craft room. He will get his laptop back because this laptop won't even handle its own camera anymore. So I tried webcams on it, and after I tried a Logitech on it, it just kind of broke the computer. Anyway, the 4-foot-long dragon took, for all the time that I had to work on her, it took me about almost 6 months to complete her. But I had to take wool yarn and wrap all the armature so that it wouldn't, you know, the armature wouldn't poke through the wool, and also lock all the wires together because I do the armature in multiple wires, so it's stronger. And so it took a lot of work. There's gonna be some bright colors on this little gal. I think that Cypress was still about 20 hours. Because I was trying to get a really specific look on him. And, you know, trying to get the look on his face just right and everything was a challenge. Nah, come back here. I'm still glad you did. That was like one of my kids, you know. It just I was really happy to see that you got Cypress. And you know, it's kind of hard sending him off too, but you know, it's like, oh my gosh, that's Heavy Hauler. Trying to see where I go with this. I didn't realize that pink was going to be that neon. Holy smokes. That's really neon pink. She'll look less creepy once I get the eyes in the sockets. That's pretty creepy right now. Not exactly sure where I'm going here. So this wool I'm using, this softer stuff, is a mix of alpaca and merino. So it's really silky and it's a little harder to felt because of that. I'm just trying to get some character in her face. I've seen other artists that do like one flat color and on their needle felts that they're selling on Etsy and on eBay, and it's just like, I don't like that. I want to have some details even in the colors, so it looks like... I've had people ask me if I'm painting these after I sculpt them. No, I didn't know it was you at first. I'm serious. I had no idea. And then I put 2 and 2 together and I was just bouncing off the walls at that point. And then Char got hubby's Elsa chainmail necklace. The Byzantine ringmail that he made. So he was excited about that one. He's doing more knitting now because he's having a lot of trouble with his hands, and then with these stupid tariffs. The aluminum we get from Canada from Ringlord, it's gonna double our prices. And so we're going for more fiber arts and stuff because at least we don't have the metal tariffs to deal with. Which is too bad because, you know, we've made chainmail dresses and things like that, you know, and it's just like... I still want to get, once I get my excess weight off, I want to make a scale mail dress, so I'm going to be having black metal scales up here, and it's going to ombre down to gold at the bottom so that it looks like just flames coming up. And then I have to make my dragon wings yet. And I have a helm, and I'm going to be adding crystals and scales to it and stuff, but I already have dragon horns. Oh, hi! How are you doing? How are you doing? Oh my gosh! I am just so glad you're still around. Solid and I used to play Ultima Online together. We had a shop that we had called the Moonglow Burlesque. We didn't sell burlesque type goods. And oh gosh, I had played that game for so long. That was just fun. I miss that game so much. I still do. That was like one of the best things ever. Oh, I don't know. I gotta figure out how I'm doing with this. Trying to work out her facial structure now. I was one of those terrible people that kind of, you know, everybody talks about in Ultima where, you know, you had the people who were selling gold for cash and stuff. Well, I'd go and I'd buy up the gold, and then I'd buy in-game a ton of supplies with the gold, and I had shops in the one area where there was PvP, and then I had Moonglow Burlesque, and I would sit there and just go and make stuff and sell it in game, have a huge profit on the gold, and then keep going back and doing that. Or a lot of people bought supplies from me, like healing potions and stuff like that, for cash. So the one year our furnace in the house that we were in broke, And I was able to buy a new furnace and a new washer and dryer with the stuff I made for cash on Ultima Online. Yeah, Fiona's been doing crazy too. Just a lot of I was surprised to learn she painted. That was just cool. That's gonna be way. I don't like that color. Blah. That's a little too much. I need to tone down the neon is the problem. I gotta figure out what I'm doing here. Don't have a lot of this pink left, but it'd be a lot less bright on the face. I don't know if this head shape is going to actually work. I'm not sure. I might be scrapping this one and saving it for later. I don't know. Might be better once I have her eyes in. Yeah, Jessica has one of my drawings too. I still have photos of that one. That one was a neat one. I liked that one. Yes. What was really hilarious with Ultima 7 or Ultima Online, I gotta stream Ultima 7 again. Anyway, is because of some of the shops that I had in the PvP area, I had a lot of pacts with the player killers. Or the reds, because, you know, they killed so many people and then their icon would go red. And what was kind of fun is that we'd still roleplay too. It was really, really neat. The groups that I'd been with. And so by the time I quit the game, I had 3 towers and the Moonglow Burlesque in the safe zone. And it was just hilarious. I was a bad, bad girl. Until I get her more detail worked in, she's going to be a little bit loosey-goosey in the neck here. I'm trying to create a style I've never created before. It just wants... Why does it want to go to that song every time? I give up. iTunes, that's enough. Shush. Oh, my word. Oh, almost 8 o'clock. I think I'm gonna have to just, I'm starting to have some dizzy spells, and I think I need to go have some food. And my vision is fluffing out on me, and we don't want me passing out on camera. So I think I'm gonna try and get another stream going tomorrow before I go to work, and have a couple hours of just goofing off again. So, yeah, I'm just not feeling too fantastic at the moment. So, yeah, I'm gonna call it. I'm sorry, guys. I would have liked to have gone a lot longer, but it is what it is. So, yeah, I thought you wanted to see us start. Hugs to all of you. Thank you so much for popping in, especially Jessica. Oh my God, old times. I'm going to tell hubby that you were on the stream, because, yeah, you'd remember him too. I just don't remember what name he used back then. Yeah, I can. Do you have Google Plus, or, because I send it on Google Plus and Facebook right now. I'm not sure how to do it on the iPhone with setting up the stream ahead of time. So I'd be looking at is, we have a veterinary appointment tomorrow at 4 p.m. Central Standard Time. I work at 11 p.m. So if we do like, we could probably do like 6:30 p.m. Central Standard tomorrow. I think that'll work. And I will even write that down. Yeah. Yeah, that too. But I'll post a notice when I'm going live tonight after I eat. I'll get the notices up on Facebook and Google Plus for tomorrow. So yeah, I think 6:30 p.m. tomorrow should work. And again, that is Central Standard. So, all right, you guys, you have a fantastic night. I will see you tomorrow. Blessed be everyone. How do I stop this?